right. Shane here with dailyastrocat.com, and today is Sunday, the 6th of July. The moon is in Scorpio, and it's going to be void of course at 6:04 in the evening, okay? So, it's going to enter Sagittarius at, well, what do you know? It's going to be entering Sagittarius whenever, right? I tend to doubt that. Let me check my veracity here. Moon's void, of course, at 6:04, and it doesn't enter Sagittarius until 6:06. So that's 2 whole minutes, right? I must have looked at it and went 6:04, 6:04, because that did not make sense. But you know what makes sense? Astrology. And yeah, it does, right? So let's talk about some astrology today. Okay, this is a very Venus day. Another one, right? Friday was too. It's a great day to assess both creativity and possibilities. Although less is more, we won't feel like cutting back on anything today. No, we're just not going to want to. The words flow, spirits are high, and intuitively, this is the right place for you to be in. Let a passion and a desire for what is next. What's coming next, guys? Let it take you over. Today's keyword is probing. So our color is burgundy, the Scorpio colors, right? Those rich, dark colors, blacks and burgundies and maroons and stuff like that, right? Okay, so the mind could be busy creating scenarios, but honestly, that would be a waste of time. Yeah, what if, right? The constant chain. You don't want to do that. Our time today is best spent on overcoming ourselves. That's right. Don't want to do something? You got to get down and do it, right? Got breakfast cooking out in the kitchen? Nope, got to record this first. Overcoming ourselves, right? Even though there's a strong urge to procrastinate and be like, oh, it's just going to be no, get it done, all right? Because it still has to process and everything. Smart thing, right, Shane? Maybe. Doing the creative thing only makes the results better. That's right. It doesn't get better until you do it. You actually have to do it. I've been doing a lot of that lately. Don't notice if you noticed the captioning on the shorts, but I finally figured out how to do that myself without relying on some AI thing to do it. It still uses predictive text and AI and interpretation and stuff like that, but it's not using a standalone app for that, which basically takes a long video and tries to extract bits out of it. I find that I prefer to write my own short bits because they're just better presented that way. I do natural fits and starts that make things flow strangely, right? So what happens is when they try to take that in and they put one of those bits in it that flows strangely, then that's where it becomes like, there's some good ones, but most of the ones that I've done that are really good, that have performed well and like got a wider audience, are ones that I wrote specifically as short bits. Parts on planetary facts. The Venus video is probably the most popular one. Mercury is a fairly popular one too. They're only a minute long, but it just lists some facts and it's done, right? Yep, just surface facts. That's always interesting, right? Got that for every single object out there in the universe, in our solar system. Not going to say for the universe because that's a lot of objects, but as more objects become known, we know more and more about them. So, look, we deliberately need to take control of our direction, okay? We do that by doing the creative focus thing, right? That's the part of it we control. We don't control the at-work part of it. We do to some extent, but the die is cast, right? That's right. So we need to go, and we deliberately need to take control of our direction and push ourselves to go even deeper down the path of self-discovery. That's what it's really about. Now, the moon in Scorpio works well with the sun in Cancer. Yes, it does. Mars in Virgo is working with what seems to be unnatural precision. Yeah, you're just like able to line stuff up and knock it down, right? Don't question why. Instead, use this opportunity to take advantage of this, which seemingly feels like second sight. Okay, that intuitive thing, that aspect of Mars, it's just like, it's intelligent and it's intuitive, right? A lot of people are like, oh, it's a malefic. It's going to cause problems. It's a warmonger. Yeah, but you got to be smart to do that stuff, right? You got to, to engage individually. You have to anticipate. You have to know, and that's what it's really all about. That's what Mars, the quickness of Mars. You wouldn't necessarily say, "Oh, Mars is quick." No, Mars is quick. Mars is very, very quick. It wants things now. It wants it right away. And this precision is just coming seemingly out of nowhere because that's the way that Mars produces it. Is it second sight? Who knows? Maybe it is. And it gets even weirder tonight, okay? Intuition seems to be spot on. So whatever it is you're feeling it, right? Passion and actions blur. And timelines, they meet as we prepare for the full moon. Full moon's coming on Thursday, guys. So in 1919, the Institute for Sexual Science opens in Berlin by a physician and gay rights activist Magnus Hirschfeld to establish the study of sexual science. That's in 1919. And in 1907, Frida Kahlo, the lady with the eyebrow, right? Yeah. Mexican painter who explored questions of identity, post-colonialism, gender, and race in Mexican society, born in Coyoacan, Mexico City, right? That's a section of Mexico City. And that's all I got for you. Okay, so our keyword today is probing. Our color is burgundy. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming along. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Today is a 7. Happy astrocatting.